No, Mom, I gotta go. I'm doing a show. I love you too. Hey everyone, it's me, Dom. Welcome back to Dom Meets World. The day has finally come. I got my own dating podcast. You've all probably been following me on Perfect Match in my journey since, and now I'm so excited to continue this journey with you guys with this podcast, which will be a deeper dive into my dating life. Each week on Dom Meets World, we'll welcome a new guest to discuss all things dating, relationships, heartbreak, advice, and everything in between. So I know a lot of you have been wondering from the last episode, where was Taylor Swift? Where'd she go? Where was she? Well, don't fear. She is here with us today. She'll be joining us shortly, I promise. But first, I'm here today with Ruba.
Hello, it's me. Hi, Dom.
To discuss talking stages and situationships. Everybody welcome Ruba. Round of applause.
Y'all better make some noise. Ruba Wilson.
Yeah.
That's more like it. Baby, I'm so freaking proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're a legit host.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm just I'm in the shallow waters right now. I'm getting my feet wet.
Listen, you're like Jesus. You're like walking on water, my friend. I'm here for it all. Really quick, y'all, I have to say this. Dom is such an angel. Like, before the show, I've never even seen it. I saw him at this party, and I saw him from across the room, and I told my friend, I said, that man right there, I need to climb him ASAP. So I literally made my way from point A to point B and literally had such a great conversation with Dom. He was just so sweet and just such a nice guy. I wasn't sure how he was going to digest me, but I wanted him to digest me.
Okay.
I know it's much. I know it's a bit much. But congratulations on everything.
No, and this is actually how he is, cameras on, cameras off. Like, you came straight. Like, it was like, just go mode immediately. Like, I saw you coming from across the room. It was like eye contact, and you're like,
I don't play around. Aries all day. If we want something, we go for it.
Right. What is your chart? What is your...
What's my chart? I am an Aries I think it's Aries rising, Libra moon, and Aquarius. Is that Aquarius rising? No, I got it. I'm an Aries, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know like the titles, but that's the order.
That's the order of
it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know my mom is an Aries, and my best friend is an Aries. So that's probably why we get along.
Oh, absolutely.
I get along really well with Aries.
Oh, I love your mom because she's an Aries.
Yeah, my mom's the best.
Great times.
I was just on the phone with her.
Oh, we love you, Mom.
So how is everything? I feel like I haven't seen you since.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame. And I've been hitting him up. I'm like, oh my God, dude, let's like hang out. Let's go grab dinner or whatever.
To be fair.
Rude. Disrespectful.
Okay, to be fair, since I met you at the event, a lot of things have happened.
Same. Yeah. Same here. In my world, I don't play.
Yeah. Just like, I was on like this whole TV show and a lot of things happened on it. So
Fair.
I was just dealing with a lot at that point.
Okay.
But like I have you here now, so I'm making up for it. No? Yeah?
Sort of, kind of, maybe-ish. But thank you for having me, and it's so good to see you. For real.
Your dating life.
Okay. What about it? What about it?
Tell me about it. Are you seeing anyone? Are you dating around? Or are you...
You know what, Dom? I'm swinging from all of the chandeliers. Do you hear me? Because, no, listen.
From the chandeliers.
You better sing.
From the chandeliers.
Sing
Quick side note, there was like this moment where like I was on my TikTok.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I was watching this wrestling match, like this WWE wrestling match, and they added Sia's chandelier over it. And it was like the most emotional thing I've ever seen in my entire, like I started like crying.
You did?
It was like, this my favorite wrestler, Jeff Hardy, like winning this wrestling match and winning the belt, and they put Sia's chandelier. And I was like, oh, this is so emotional. But then ever since, on my FYP, I just keep on getting different wrestling matches with Sia's chandelier over it, so... It's funny that you said that.
Good for you for crying when you watch wrestling. When I watch wrestling, it's definitely not tears.
What do you get?
For anything, it could be tears of joy. But, I love me some wrestlers. It's a great time. But anywho, to take it back, my dating life, it's a really good time because I literally went from being celibate. I was celibate for 5 years. I was like... Go ahead.
Was that by choice?
Yes.
Or that was like, you were just like, I'm done?
Yes, Dom, it was by choice because in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to save myself for like my husband. It's just going to be great. And 5 years in, I was like, all right, these men are not about the marriage life at all. So let me really get out there and figure out what I really want. Because I thought I knew what I wanted, but I really didn't know. I just didn't know, you know?
So what's like the dating culture for yourself? Are you on dating apps? Do you meet people out? Even when you were celibate, were you still dating?
No.
Oh, so you were celibate from just like socializing, physical, everything.
I would go on like a few dates here and there if like
if it piqued your interest.
Yes, absolutely. But I wasn't actively seeking men, none of that whatsoever.
Right.
But right now, I'm really having so much fun and really figuring out what I want. Because like I said, I didn't know. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I really didn't know.
Are you starting to figure it out? Do you know what you want?
Oh yeah, I think I'm getting closer.
Right.
I really value connection, like a real connection. Like sex is great. I don't know if we can say that on here, but listen, sex is great, but what I really crave is like companionship and just like
a different type of intimacy.
Yes.
Like that, like mental, emotional.
Absolutely.
Availability, intimacy, just being able to like I always say for me, like sex is very low on my what do you call it, totem pole?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
your
the right my tier list?
It made sense for me.
It's just like it's very low priority for me. For me, it's like because I had so many long-term relationships. Like the things that I miss is like sitting down on the couch, watching Shrek, or watching like a TV show and like it's episode 2 midway and she starts nodding off and I'm like, yo, wake up, but her feet's on me, but she looks so cute when she's falling asleep.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, just rest, it's fine. And then we both fall asleep and we wake up, it's episode 6. Now we got to rewatch the episode 2.
Marry me, Dom.
Like that.
Marry me right now. Yes. I don't care if you don't have a ring. I don't care. See, this is what I want, y'all. Like I said, sex in my mind is great, but like just a real like partner in crime, like that is.
Yeah, it's like those little moments.
It.
Those are the things that like I really miss and I really like I search for now because I spent so much time in long-term relationships that now when I meet somebody, it's almost like I gotta learn your favorite movie again. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get to know you. It's like I just want to skip straight to like a year in when we're just like
stop,
just like vibing. Like I like that. Have you ever been in a long-term relationship?
You better drag me on your show. I have not been in a long-term relationship, but I know what I want. And I like the process of getting to know someone. Okay. I think that's really dope for me.
Yeah. Well, I could say from like the opposite end of like I've only been in like really long-term relationships.
Wow.
And like there's something about just knowing someone else so like intimately and so truly that it's like when you go out someplace and you don't have to say a word. Like you'd be out at a party or something like that, and like you just look at the other person and you're just like, yeah, it's time to go.
Connected.
You're just fully dialed into each other. So yeah, if that's what you're looking for, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Like I'm still looking for that.
To be honest, I'm in this space where I do not chase, I attract, So I know I'm definitely going to find that true partner that I want in life. But in the meantime, let's go. Let's get it. Shimmy and shake.
So I guess we're both in the same, we're both single, we're both looking around and stuff like that. Do you find any difficulty with like getting to know someone, like the talking stages of getting to know somebody?
No, because I feel like my sense of discernment is next level. I always tell, I kid you not, I tell anyone that I'm dating, I'm like, I really have foresight like nobody's business. It kind of scares me, and sometimes I'm like, Ruba, shut up. Like my foresight mind, I'm like, shut up, you know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm notoriously an idiot. What do you mean by force? Like you can see into the future?
Yes.
Like intuition?
Yes, my intuition is next level. And trust me, I've had to learn how to listen to that voice. But where I'm at right now, child, I can sit down with a guy for 2.5 seconds. Matter of fact, I don't even have to sit down with him. I can see him and be like, I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how good looking he is. I'm like, not for me. Sorry. Yeah. I just know what you're about.
Like just energy.
Off the jump.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? I don't play in that regard. So.
But do you find that hard to get to? Because what if you're reading the vibes wrong?
For the most part, I've always been spot on.
You've always been spot on.
Always been spot on. So
okay.
I can't.
So give me a read right now. What's your foresight?
I read you when we first met,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're like a sweetheart, but you're trouble all at the same time.
What? What? Where did the trouble come from?
Didn't I say that to you? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You were like, nah.
Yeah. Where did you get the trouble from?
Because you're a Cancer, and Cancer men, you guys have a hard time with really expressing how you feel, and when you do, it's kind of like, you know? So
okay, that's kind of matching up pretty well.
So that was like the trouble that I saw. But listen, at the end of the day, we all have our things. I still think you're an angel.
Oh, thank you so much.
But that was my read.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty accurate read. I feel like a lot of the public would agree with that from my dating show experiences, like when I do express my emotions a lot. But I also feel like for me, I was definitely like that when I was like younger, when I was very much like I kept my emotions in and I would just like let them all out all at once kind of deal. But I feel like now it's like I'm okay with just like, if I'm sad, let myself be sad. If I'm angry, let myself be angry. If I'm happy, let myself be happy. And I feel like you do have to feel the extreme lows to feel the extreme highs. You have to appreciate both sides of things.
Yep.
But when I go into it, like, for me with talking stage, when I meet somebody, I feel like I get so, like, I'm so underwhelmed so fast now. Or maybe I've just become so jaded from being in long-term relationships and going on dating shows and dating, influencers and stuff like that, where I'm just like, I just don't even, like, I start getting to know someone, I'm like, do I really want to go through this? Like, I don't, like...
If you have that thought, abort mission.
Yeah, but...
It should not...
Like, it doesn't, like, matter who it... It's always like, okay, I think to myself, like, all right, you're great and all, and we can go grab dinner, and maybe it can lead to more. But also, you know what else is great? My couch and a good movie by myself. There's no drama in that.
Baby.
The future in me being on my couch and watching a movie, that leads to no drama. That leads to, like, just great things every single time.
Well, maybe that's the era that you're in right now.
My couch
just
era.
The couch me era. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like you said, you've been in so many different relationships that you're probably a little burnt out right now.
Yeah.
You need to love on you.
I'm trying to love myself. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Whoa, you better preach, Dr. Phil.
What?
Let the people know.
I don't know if I want to be Dr. Phil.
Well, preach, Oprah.
I don't know if I want to be Oprah either.
Well, preach, Dom. Hell.
Yeah.
But I love that, honestly. Just you era.
Yeah. So how do you go about, are you on dating apps or?
Right now, I'm on dating apps, but I'm not on dating apps. They're just kind of chilling.
So how do you meet
apps.
people? Are you just like out and about?
Out for the most part.
And you just attract? Like you just be out and someone just like comes up to you and says what?
Normally, I go up to people. That's just what I do. Because I feel like if I go out, I'm going to talk to people. Like, why go out and be on your phone? I can do that on the couch at home, So for the most part, I normally just introduce myself and go from there.
Is it like on the fly or do you have certain spots you go to?
It's normally on the fly.
Yeah.
I hang out a lot in Atwater Village. So I don't know. I just vibe out. I really do. If I go to an event, then it's on the fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really just have a good time. I try to have fun, and I feel like if you're having a good time and you're feeling good, that's when great people enter your life. So I try not to be like, all right, tonight we're going out. We're going to find a man. No.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Are you currently talking to anybody?
No.
Or no?
No.
Oh, so you're just like... You're really swinging.
Yeah.
You're
I told you, I'm
you're
swinging
really
from
doing your
chandeliers
thing.
and I'm having fun. And like the thought of being tied down to a man right now is like,
yeah.
Oh my God. Like it's nauseating because I don't want anyone to feel like they like own me. And it's unfortunate, but when people get in relationships, it kind of becomes that. Like you're like my thing. And
but isn't that like what you shouldn't want anyways? Like you should be looking for someone that doesn't feel like they own you. Like you should be trying to find someone that like supports what you're doing and wants to see you succeed and you want to see them succeed and you could both like have your own happiness and be happy together,
So true. But once upon a time, I was like, oh my God, I wanted someone to save me. It's unfortunate, but I know I'm not the only one, but I really wanted a man to like save me and be like, all right, you're like my thing. I know as weird as that may sound, that's how I felt. But right now I'm like, ugh. The thought of that, no. Whoever enters my life, they're going to be an addition. My life is so full right now that I'm Gucci. Like I want to be able to be in my own bed, fart when I want, like have a good old time. Like I don't want to. You have to be in my space. Gross.
Where'd you find that like growth? At what point was it like I want someone to save me? And now it's like
by being with me. I roll solo dolo. Like I love my friends, but I like going to restaurants, eating by myself. dip in whenever I want to. You know, because I feel like when we hang out, it's kind of like, all right, you guys ready to go? Everybody ready to go? I don't want to do that. Call me selfish, but I'm selfish with me. Yeah. So that's kind of how I figured out exactly what I want right now.
See, I feel like the opposite. I feel like I figured out what I wanted because I went through so many different dating experiences, like long-term relationships, so many breakups, going on a dating show, dating after the dating show, trying to recover from that.
Right.
By dating, and it was like, okay, let's reel it back in a bit, and let's really try to find out, like, who is Dom? What does Dom want? Does Dom want to continue dating in the public eye? Does he want to be private? Am I seeking validation even? You know what I mean? Is that what I'm doing? Am I trying to find security? Am I trying to find stability? And I think for me now, it's like I learned that because of dating around and talking stages and going through relationships, breakups, situationships, and I feel like that's like kind of like the opposite of what you're saying.
I know, but guess what?
We both found our way to this point.
Absolutely.
Of finding what we want, yeah.
And there's so much growth in what you just said. You literally were like, do I want, validation? Am I seeking, security? Like, I love the fact that you were able to question yourself. A lot of people just be rolling around here in LA or wherever, not thinking that they're doing anything wrong, So the fact that you were able to acknowledge that is everything.
Yeah, and I feel like I've become so much more self-aware where I think there's this like weird culture of like, oh, I'm seeing somebody, but I'm not really seeing somebody.
Right.
And like everybody has a bunch of those and there's no specific like if I'm gonna see somebody, if I'm talking to somebody, like I'm talking to that person. So it's not like, it's like, okay, I'm talking to you because I see this leading towards something bigger. I'm not gonna waste my time with someone and just be like, oh no, we're just a thing.
So whoever you decide to date, that's like your thing.
Oh yeah, I've literally
no wandering eye.
No, my ex I dated for 3 years. When we met. First, we didn't have sex for like a month. I was like, I want this to work. I want to get to know you. I remember we went on our first date. It was bowling.
So cute.
Yeah, we made a nice little bet. It was like, all right, if I make this shot in the arcade game, then you have to give me a kiss at the end of the night. And I forgot about it. And she was like, oh, you forgot your kiss? We got a kiss. Then we had a third day. We went to an escape room.
Are you a good kisser? Do you think you're a good kisser?
Well, there's actually proof of this on a reality show. There's a kissing challenge.
Dom, let me just say this really quick.
What?
Y'all, I've never seen the show. And I'm not going to watch it because I don't want that to sway how I, see you. To be honest, I've never seen it.
I think the show's a pretty good, accurate representation of me.
Really? Okay.
Like, in terms of, me being in the dating world. Like, that's kind of, in a sense of who I was at that time.
Okay.
But there was a kissing challenge, and I got an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I got a couple 8s. I wasn't the best. I was called safe. Like a safe kisser.
A safe kisser?
Yeah, I'm like a safe kisser.
How so?
I don't know. It kind of I was pretty bummed out about that. I was like, I feel like I could be hot when I'm kissing.
I mean, look at them.
That didn't even sound.
Lips,
that
y'all.
didn't even sound like I'm good at kissing when I said that. That was like,
bless your heart. It's okay.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not thirsty,
and
y'all.
I'm not getting a lot of it right now. So
I'm not thirsty, y'all. I'm parched.
But and on that note, Johnny, hit it. And we're back. All right, so let's really get into things about talking stages and situationships.
Okay.
Ruba, how would you define a talking stage? What's your definition of that? What period? How long? What is it?
I think.
Is it even a thing, really?
I don't think it's a thing. I just feel like it's almost like a prerequisite to dating. In my mind, I try to steer clear from situationships or the legit talking stage. I would just say anything before making it official is
It's like the talking stage.
It's the talking stage. Okay, anything before sex. Anything before sex.
So sex is the turning point. That's where we pivot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're married now. After sex, we are married. Do you hear me? You love me.
I feel that. Do you have sex pretty quickly after the talking stage? Do you wait?
Is that too intrusive right now?
Is that too intrusive?
No. It really depends. If I really like you, I'm not having sex. I'm holding out. Like I said, I was celibate for 5 years, so I know how to hold out. Do you hear me? I know how to take care of myself when I go home. I kid you not. So if I really like you, I'm waiting. If it's something like, okay, I don't see this turning into anything, let's just have some fun.
Right.
You know, I don't do that with everybody, but if I feel like, okay, this was a cute little moment, but this isn't going anywhere, then I'll have sex.
Then you have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The talking stage for me, first of all, I feel like, for me personally, it's like the first date for me. Because I feel like the first date for me, I can kind of figure out whether or not, like, if this is going to go anywhere or not. So I consider, like, that's, like, I hate saying, like, the, like, job interview. I hate saying that. But that's what it is. But that's what it is. Like, we're both kind of figuring each other out. And I feel like you can kind of tell if someone's putting on, like, a face. Really? Like, I'm immediately, like, once we start talking, we get into it, it's like, tell me about your abandonment issues.
Good for you.
Like, I'll tell you about my father. Tell me about, you know, did you get bullied growing up? Like, let's break down the walls immediately. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like going into something, people have these walls built up and they're showing you their best self. I'm like, immediately talking stage, F all that. And then let's just get into it. And then that's how I really get to know somebody.
That's dope. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
For real. I feel like that's kind of like the
therapy.
Trauma bonding, maybe?
So that's, for me, that's the talking stage. Situationships don't really make that much sense to me, personally. I don't know if you have a definition for it, but I feel like a situationship is something that's like supposed to be no labels, but I feel like calling it a situationship is, in a sense, a label. And then it's like, okay, we're in a situationship, but then at what point does it become a relationship? Is a situationship during the talking stage? Is it after the talking stage?
To be honest, like, I feel like by us having this conversation, I'm getting a more explicit definition of a situationship. And for me in particular, I feel like I have been in a lot of situationships with straight men. Do you hear me? And I know people are like, wait, what? Straight men? No, then he's gay. No, I kid you not. I have literally talked to several men who have dated women,
right? Who
are currently dating women, and they slide in DMs, and they're like, hey, like, we should hang out. And little 14, 15-year-old Ruba's like, oh my God, this, like, straight guy, like, wants me, and I know he's a girlfriend, but, like, maybe this could be something.
Yeah. That,
to me, is a situationship, and that is dangerous. So if you ever feel that, people, if you guys ever feel it, ever sense it, run for the hills, because it's not going anywhere. To me, a situationship will never go anywhere.
So you know that they're straight. Is it just, do you think it's just them being curious? Or are they trying to... So I don't mean, if this is uncomfortable, like, I don't mean to go, I just,
not
like, I'm just
all,
trying
baby.
to understand. I'm just trying to...
It takes a lot to make me uncomfortable. Like, this is definitely not making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just want to, like, make sure I'm not overstepping or anything.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, they're definitely curious, and they definitely were trying to pursue me.
Oh, there was, like, definite, like...
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like any straight man who has a girlfriend or who has dated women, if they slide in my DMs and are like, yo, like, let's hang out, I know what that is. And to me, that's automatically going to fall into the category of being a situationship.
Right. Like, you're kind of, like, on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's never going to go anywhere. Trust me, I've been there like, oh my God, well, maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe. No.
I see. Okay.
I had to be real with myself.
I get what
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just had to, it didn't click at first. And then you started talking, and I was like, yeah, okay.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, some guys like to, you know, explore and figure things out, and it's totally fine. But where I'm at right now, I'm not about that life, because I don't have the time in the day to be entertaining you.
For me, I'm like, it's such a different world, obviously, than it was, like, back in the day. Where, like, now there's, like, gay marriage, and it's so openly celebrated and stuff like that. Do you like feel that in a sense, where, like, maybe when you were younger, it wasn't so much like that?
Yeah, it definitely...
And again, let me know if I'm...
No, baby, I am telling you. Like, there's nothing you can say that could possibly make me feel uncomfortable. But yes, I definitely feel like where we're at is a new space. That's why a few months ago or a year ago, if a straight guy would approach me, I'd be like, oh my God, like, you have interest in me. Because when I was younger, you know, openly gay relationships weren't really seen.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see too much of it. So most of the time when you did have interactions, or at least in my case, it was with guys who were on the DL, you know, and they were trying to figure things out. So I was like, oh my God, he picked me. And that's such a weird headspace to be in. And that's just something that I've figured out. And I hope that I was able to connect the dots.
Yeah, and I love, like, even your platform and how creative you are. And first of all, you're absolutely hilarious. Like, I watch every single one a million times. When you do that, out of how many times do people just, like, walk away or...
To be honest, Dom, I could probably count on one hand how many times people are like, no, I don't want to talk.
Really?
Everybody's so chill. Everybody's so sweet because I just feel like at the end of the day, treat people how you want to be treated. I'm not trying to drag anybody. I'm not trying to expose anybody. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't want to answer the question, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That's it. It won't see the light of day.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody's been so
Really?
cool. We have so much fun.
That's awesome.
I love it. I really do. It's
I
so
always
fun.
just see those street interviews and I'm always just like, I wonder how long they're doing this. But you just go out there and just like...
I go out there. I'll do it for like hours. I kid you not. We'll take breaks in between, but it's just so much fun, you know, and especially be able to run around and yell zaddy and moan because I love men and I love people. And it's just, it's fun. It's so much fun. Dom, I've got to know because I feel like I already know the answer, but I want to know, have you ever been in like a prolonged, you know, situationship, and how did you manage to either get out or transition into the next phase?
Yeah, I think I've been in a lot of prolonged situationships just because I am somebody who, like, I'm pretty oblivious at times. And like I think in my head, like, oh, we're in a relationship, like it's us, and I don't realize it's a situationship. So, and I'm also like very loyal and I try to make things work. So I was like, the minute I find out that, oh, it is a situationship, then in my head I'm like, turn it up. Roses, gifts, extravagant dates, try to like get to that next level because it's like I try to achieve this thing and then it just never works out. And then I'm like, oh, I just spent 3 months in this situationship trying to progress to the next level and it just doesn't pan out.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think women can kind of tell like that you're like, oh my God, let's make this a thing? And they're like, ew, excuse me, no thanks. You think they can feel that or?
Yeah, maybe sometimes. I think because I do have the look of a boy, I think people go into, you know, a talking stage with me or a situationship with me thinking that it's just gonna be, oh, this is my fun time. You know what I'm saying?
Copy that.
And then immediately when they start talking to me, it's like, oh no, I just want to get to know you.
Wow. And then that's when they run.
Yeah, and I think then that's when they're like, oh, I thought this was going to be something different. So
that's a damn shame.
You know, I find that at times like, oh, okay, you just thought I was going to be a nice little project or something like that. So
wow.
Yeah.
The most elaborate date that you've ever taken.
The most elaborate date?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything like elaborate. I'm pretty like
opulent date, like over the top.
I wouldn't say over the top, but like I will say probably the best streak of dates was in my last long-term relationships, and that I think that's why it lasted so long, because it was just so much fun together. But it was like the first day it was like just regular, just bowling burgers, or it was like bowling and nachos and arcade.
Cute.
Fun time. Second date, we went for a little coffee walk. Third date, in my hometown, Toronto, Scarborough, this place called The Bluffs. I know this little hidden spot. Picked her up, drove her out to this place that I used to go to as a kid with a blanket, with my laptop. I downloaded Guardians of the Galaxy, and we just watched it while overlooking like the stars and everything like that. I had a great time. And that's when we like started talking about our parents, and she talked about like, you know, just like past trauma and stuff like that, and really broke it down. Then the next day we went to an escape room, because in my head I was like, okay, this is like the ultimate test. Are we gonna escape this room together? And we ended up we escaped it with our hands being cuffed together.
Okay.
And we found the key for our hands being cuffed. We didn't put two and two together, but we still got out. And they're like, you got out with your handcuffs. And that to me was like the best streak of dates, because it was like we did all these sentimental things, and then we did this one thing that was like full teamwork together. And like to me, that's what's important, is those dates that are so meaningful, thoughtful, and sentimental. It's not really like about the roses and the picnics and, you know, the big dinners with dancers and stuff like that. To me, it's like, take me to like your favorite place when you were a kid where you felt safe. That's true intimacy, and that's what I did. I was like, come to this place where like where I used to go when I was a kid when I wanted to feel safe.
I love that.
And hopefully you feel safe, and we can enjoy this space together. Now this is our space. It's not just my space.
You're giving so many people the cheat code to dates. You really are. I kid you not. So many people are like, wait, what else? Picnic?
People in Toronto
Guardians
are
of the Galaxy? Okay, bet. Got it.
People in Toronto are going to go to Scarborough. It's going to be packed now.
Oh, God, I'm screaming. I love that.
Yeah, so that's, to me, that's what, like, that's the ideal story, like, dates to me. What about you? Have you ever done anything extravagant? Or have you been taken on a date that's extravagant?
That's unfortunate. I haven't. I'm not going to say that's unfortunate, but I haven't gone on any days where I'm like, oh, my God, like, that was just incredible. That's kind of sad now that I bring it up.
That's not sad.
It's not sad. It's just more like, wow. I mean, once again, I'm an Aries. If I want something, I get it. Like, everything that I want in my life, everything that I have in my life, I've done for myself. So, I'm good. I'm Gucci. But I haven't gone on any, like, extravagant, opulent dates.
Would you ever want to go on an extravagant date? Is that like, or do you desire that?
That would be cool, but once again, like I said, like I don't ever expect anything from a guy that I can't do for myself.
Yeah.
Do you feel me on that?
Yeah.
So that's that. It would be cool, but for the most part,
what's your love language? Do you know?
Yes. You mean as far as like what do I do to like show that I love someone?
Yeah, like what do you do or what do you like to
Oh
receive?
yeah, it's definitely gifts. It's like it's gifts, it's touch, it's letting someone know how amazing they are. That's my love language. It's kind of like top 3 for me. There you go.
I'm like acts of service. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't like talk much really. Mm-hmm. I don't really care too much about physical touch. Like I like being held, I like being held. I like being touched or stuff like that. But for me, it's like the little things, like when you wake up in the morning, if I wake up earlier, there's always going to be a water and a coffee by your bedside ready for you.
That's so sweet.
You know what I mean? When you get home, your laundry's going to be folded or whatever the case. Like, it's those little things that I'm always going to make sure to do. Just go out of my way to do those little things.
Do you cook?
I do. I make a mean gnocchi bolognese.
Okay, you fancy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to spell gnocchi.
G-N-O-C-C.
It's with a G?
Yeah.
It's spelled with the G.
Silent G. I don't understand silent letters, by the way.
Me either, because I was about to be like N-O-K-I.
Like,
gnocchi.
like, what is phone? Why is it when you say a P, it's puh? You say an F, it's fuh.
Right.
But you put an H in front of a P, it's fuh.
Wow.
Who made these rules?
I don't know.
I honestly feel like it's the biggest prank in history.
I agree. They're like, guess what? We're going to put a P and an H together. It's going to be fuh.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Okay, so in terms of like the talking stage and stuff like that, how do you get out of a talking stage? How would you get to the next, what is the stage after talking stage? A relationship?
Yeah, I guess that's the goal. That is the goal, to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
I think throughout getting to know a person, you ultimately figure out like what they truly want out of you guys hanging out.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that the relationships that I have been in, we've always talked openly. Even when we would go on dates and, go to arcades and, go on hikes, we would always talk about what we see for ourselves in the future. Yeah. And I know for a fact I would always be like, oh my God, I'm ready to get married and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if that like scared guys away, but that was the thing. So I feel like ultimately by getting to know someone, we've all been in such a weird headspace where we feel like, oh my God, I need to like get into a relationship and then get married and just rush. And now I'm like, yo, get to know someone, because we really don't know the people that we're with until like years down the line.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like, I don't care if you guys have been together for a year. You still don't know your person inside and out. You really don't.
Yeah. I've lived with someone before. And I feel like that's when you actually start to know somebody.
So wait, hold on. So you lived with your ex.
Yeah.
When did you move in? Was it like a year in?
It was honestly, it was pretty fast. I would probably say it was probably like between like 8 to 10 months, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a moment where it was like one of our leases was up, and it was like, well, screw it, just move in.
So how was that experience?
honestly,
moving in and getting to know her on that level?
I think it was like, that's when you get to know somebody, because it's like you wake up with them, you spend every hour with them. And I feel like that's the point when it's like, okay, now this is a relationship. It sounds weird to say that, but it's like, this is like, I wake up with you, I go to sleep with you, I see you before I go to work, I see you in between, or I'm buying groceries, you're telling me stuff we need, we're paying bills together, you know what I mean? I'm leaving money on the table so you can grab this, you're leaving money on the table so I can grab this. It's like, that's when it starts, when you both have like these immense responsibilities that you carry together.
I get it. I get it.
And I might be wrong there, but that's when I felt like when I was living with someone, I was like, oh, okay, this is real. You know what I mean? And I think for me, when it comes to the talking stage and getting to a relationship, it's like, for me, I romanticize a lot of things. Like, I romanticize everything because I make music, and I'm like there's a lot of stuff going on up here, and I have ADHD, whatever. I romanticize everything. Like, I see someone walk down the street and they do something and they swing their hair, or they grab the same iced coffee as me. I'm like, she's the one, you know? And I thought
I was the only one.
I just immediately like romanticize it. And I think
it's romantic.
And I used to do that a lot. And since I feel like I've become pretty jaded with like, you know, the relationships and the dating shows and stuff like that. But I do find myself still doing that when I'll talk to someone, I'll romanticize, I'll be like, oh, she's the one. This is gonna lead to something great. And I find I have to like reel that back and like be realistic. You know? Like, I even found myself recently, I was talking to someone and they were like all over me at first. We had just met. And usually I'm the same way. Like, and then she was like, but you're not giving me anything. I was like, I toned it down, but I was like, I just have to be realistic.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like realistic.
It. All great things are possible.
I'm like.
So keep that same like outlook on like, oh my God, like this is amazing and like she's the one. Keep that, you know? I think that's great.
I think I'm like, I still have that, but I feel like there has to be a balance.
That's fair.
It's like, for me, it was like, before it was like, romanticize everything. They're the one. Do everything you can.
Oh, okay.
Commit. Whatever. Okay. And now it's like, take your time. Yeah. Get to know them before you start romanticizing. Learn what their likes are, their dislikes, their habits, you know, just who they are as a person. And then you can start romanticizing and turn into a rom-com movie. But
okay. All about the balance.
It's all about the balance.
Don't be like, oh my God, this isn't realistic. Just live and have fun.
It was like, I was like up here and I was down here, and now I'm like here.
Okay.
You know, I'm like teetering on either side of that talking stage.
Steady.
I still haven't figured out, you know, what I want yet, but I feel like it's gonna come with like more time with myself, a couple more dates, stuff, a couple more talking stages, situationships. I feel like I'll start getting back into the thick of it. I can feel it coming already.
Got it. Fair enough. I vibe with it.
Yeah.
All day.
All right, we're gonna take some of your guys' questions. Ruba, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, question number 1. When is a situationship too long, and should I just end it?
When is a situationship too long? If you just feel like y'all ain't making any progress, that's the time to pull the plug.
I feel like at the point when it starts feeling too long, then it's probably too long.
Absolutely.
I feel like now is the time, like you asking this question of when is a situation too long and should I just end it? It's like, I think you know the answer. I think you just want confirmation.
Absolutely. My whole philosophy in life is if somebody wants to do something or be around you, guess what? They're going to make all of the effort in the world to be around you and make certain things happen. And if they aren't giving what needs to be given, guess what? The jig is up.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
If they want to do it, they will. That's it.
Absolutely.
And I feel like personally, a situationship is too long after like the first date.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like I said before, like I feel like after the first date, if you should know if this is a situationship or not, or if this is going to lead to more.
Got it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
And okay. Maybe not. Because there are people do gaslight and all that shit.
Maybe first, second date.
Maybe third, second date. Because you might get a gaslighter who's telling like, you know, blowing smoke up your ass and telling you all this good stuff, and then they make a left turn.
No, thank you. Yeah, been there, done that. But
so maybe not first date. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. I'm being a little too rash. Maybe give it like maybe a couple weeks. A couple weeks and feel it out.
Hell, let's just make it a year.
Yeah.
Why not while we're at it?
2 weeks max. 2 weeks max. I'll give it that. 14 days. Has it been 14 days? End it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
Just feel it, y'all. Just feel it. Don't be stupid, okay? Just feel it. I don't care how good looking they are. If the vibe ain't hitting, if the man ain't hitting, if the woman isn't fitting, kick rocks.
How good? Okay, but no. Let's be real there. How good looking does someone have to be for you to just keep a situation going until they end it?
No, I do not care. Dom, when I say I do not care how good looking you are, I don't care how much money you have, I'm not doing it. I've been in situationships that literally almost broke me. Do you hear me?
Who's your dream person? Like dream.
I don't want to say this because like I see him like daily, but I'm going to say
you see
it.
What?
Yes. Noah Beck. I love Noah Beck. He is truly like my dream guy. And I see him often. Like working out, whatever. Such a nice guy. He is truly an angel, baby. He really is. He's probably one man that will make me, and I know I did say I don't care how good looking he is. I don't care how much money he has, but Noah Beck is one guy that I would be like, wait, so like you really don't love me? Sure. We can make this happen. We can make this a thing. See, I can't even speak. When I mention his name, Ruba just becomes just a blob of...
You've never given Noah Beck the run-up, hey, daddy?
Oh, it definitely wasn't hey, daddy. But trust and believe, the first time I saw him, I didn't run up to him. I took a swift little walk towards him, and I was like, yo, what are you working on today? That's what I said. That's what I said to him, and he gave me his spiel. I don't even know what the hell he said, but all I heard,
lost.
Yeah, I was lost in just all of him. And then he was like, "You look great," and I was like, I just got hot, and that never happens. But yeah, Noah Beck is the only man on planet Earth that I would deal with his shenanigans.
Wow.
Because I don't think he has a lot of shenanigans, so that's why I think.
Oh, okay.
I would be willing.
As I'm right here, but that's fine. That's fine.
Dom.
No. Like, let's not even, like,
no, Dom, you're daddy, but just Noah Beck.
No, but he's on another level. Well, Noah, you heard it here first.
Okay, I'm done. Look what you made me do, Dom.
Hey, Noah.
I would have beat you up. And I'm not into, like, younger guys like that.
Except for Noah.
Except for him. That's it. He gives, like, daddy energy. Okay, can we move on? Can we please move on?
All right, next up. You ready for a game?
I'm so ready. Born ready.
I know you're ready. We're going to play Truth or Dare.
Okay.
Okay?
Dare.
All right, done.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All right. I dare you to sing your favorite song.
Oh, my favorite song.
No, scratch that. I dare you to sing a Hillary Duff song.
Oh.
Nope.
On a
scratch
Monday.
that.
Oh, wait, that's Ashley Simpson. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Hannah Montana.
You get the move out front. Ooh. Do you know the rest?
Every style, every shoe, every color.
Baby, you better sing. Yes. That's it. That key's way too high, but that's one of my favorite Hannah Montana songs.
You don't like If We Were a Movie?
Wait, which one is that?
If we were a movie.
Skip.
You'd be the right guy.
Skip.
I'd be the best friend.
I didn't like it.
That you'd fall in love with. In the end, we'd be laughing.
Give it to me.
Watching the sunset fade to black. Say the name. Sing the happy song.
Yes, baby. I live for the conviction. The commitment is here.
You didn't like it at first, but you saw where it was going.
Honestly, I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm going to add it to my Spotify
Listen to the
playlist.
remix of Corbin Blue. Shout out Corbin.
Okay, push it to the limit. Push it. Okay, I'm done.
All right, hit me with one.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
What was your very first thought of me when you met me?
My very first thought?
Like real talk.
Real talk?
Yeah. I don't care, but I care.
I don't think I had like a thought of you, to be honest. I think not like saying it like that.
Disrespectful.
I think I was just so taken aback because I was so like, you were the first person that came out to me. So
Really?
I think I was like, oh, what is this gonna be? Like, you're the first, like, that was the first, like, LA party I was into. I was like, I don't know what this interaction is gonna be like. I don't know if, like, does he want something? Is he gonna...
Do I want something?
Yeah, does he want something? Is he
What do
gonna
you
drug
mean by
me?
that?
Is he gonna ask me for, I don't know. Is he gonna be like, hey, you like the party? I don't know.
I'm not that person.
No, I know that now. But I think that was like, there was just so many thoughts running through my head when you approached, because you were like the first person to approach me at that party.
Really?
So, and that was my first time in the hills, and yeah. So there was a lot going on. But I knew when, you know, you got that bright smile, and, you know, you showed that smile, I was like, okay, this is going to be a warm interaction.
Oh, that's so sweet. And it was.
And it was, yeah. It
and
ended
it
up being that.
has continued to be a great interaction.
Yeah.
I think.
No, it has been.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Truth or dare?
Dare.
Dare?
Make it good, Dom.
I dare you to slide into Noah Beck's DMs right now.
You ain't said nothing but a word. Let's go. And watch him answer. Oh my God. Okay. I love this man so much. All right.
Wait, can I do it? I dare you let me do it.
Okay. I'm scared. Okay, fine.
Did you have the Wi-Fi?
Go ahead.
I can do this?
Mm-hmm. What are you saying? What are you going to say? Hello? Don't make it X-rated.
What?
You said what?
What?
Oh, God.
Don't worry about it. I got this. I got this.
Watch him, like, actually see this. Can you at least tell me what, like, the topic, the theme?
No. But I'll let you see it afterwards, and you can...
Okay, fair. Oh, well, in the meantime, this is a great living room. I love it. The decor is such a vibe. Is this Zayn's album? I didn't know he had a vinyl for, Tonight I'm Yours? I don't remember that song. Wait, is that Zayn Malik? Vivian Green. Wow, that's a throwback.
All right, I'll read it out as I'm typing it.
Okay.
I'm going to say, I want you to tickle my left booty cheek.
That's it?
Send.
Oh my God, I'm more class.
With this feather, send a picture of a feather.
Stop it. No, because then he's going to think I'm into, like, feathers. I'm not. That's not my, like,
Please,
thing.
Daddy, question mark. SpongeBob picture of him in his underwear looking around a corner.
Oh, you really did that.
Is that...
That's like an art.
Is that...
You did that quickly. It was like you sneezed and, like, that was the DM.
Yeah.
Is that how you slide in?
Sometimes. But you can quickly unsend if you want to unsend that.
He really said it, y'all. I want you to tickle my left booty cheek, not all of my cheeks. He said the left one with this feather. Picture of a freaking feather. Please, Daddy, question mark. With the SpongeBob in his...
The SpongeBob beat when he's just like...
You know, I'm going to keep that. Because it's the creativity. It's the commitment for me.
I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
Wow. But he's a Taurus, so he likes food. Maybe I should have been like, okay, never mind. I'm done. I'm letting it sit in the DMs. Only for you, Dom.
All right.
Only for you.
We'll have an update ready for everyone. Next time we have you on, we'll have an update.
Trust and believe. If he sees that, if Noah Beck sees the DM that you sent on my account, I will let you know. I'll let you know.
Hey, Noah.
Copy that. Okay, my turn.
Right.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to call someone and let them know that you think they're really attractive, but really sell it. Okay. Like, you got to be like, yo, like, what you doing? Sell it.
I got to sell it?
Get in the zone.
Okay.
Who are you going to call?
We'll see.
It better be good.
We'll see if they pick up.
Is it FaceTime?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Hopefully they pick up.
Move them.
What?
Don't show them the mic. They're going to know.
I'm not.
They better pick up.
Anyways, let's yeah, truth or dare.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, we're doing truth or dare.
Woo! That was heavy, whatever that was. All right. Here we go. Truth. Make it good.
Okay. Have you ever gaslit anybody?
No. And this is a problem that I have. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like my poker face is non-existent. Like if I like somebody, if I'm really into somebody, I'm gonna let them know what it is. Like I'm not trying to manipulate a situation. That's way too much work.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why I'm not in a relationship right now. Because I'm like, marry me now. You know, so I'm definitely gonna have to go with no. Like that hasn't been a thing. Like I'm not that person.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Proud of you. You're not a gaslighter.
That's just what it is. I wish I could give you something a little bit deeper. I'm
proud of you. You shouldn't be a gaslighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
If you were, I'd be worried.
Wow. I kid you not, y'all, like, what you see is what you get. I'm like, I love men. I want to be married one day, and I say what's on my mind.
But maybe it's been like accidental gaslighting, maybe? Have you ever, like, told somebody, like, I want this, I want you, whatever like that, but then quickly you were like...
No.
You just realized you were in the moment?
No, to take it back to the beginning of our conversation, like my sense of discernment is next level. So if I'm not
intuition.
If I'm not vibing with you, we're not having a conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm such an open person, but you'll be able to tell if I'm not vibing with you because I'm on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
You know? So that's just me. Like I wish I could be like, well, I have a few times. I really can't even think about a moment where I was like, oh my God, I really love you. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't want to be with you. No.
Yeah.
If I invite you into my world, into my space, it's because I truly want to be around you and I truly love what you are as a person and who you are as a person. Like, I'm really trying to think, has there ever been a moment where I like said, oh my God, I love you and I really didn't? Or no, that hasn't been a thing.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that it was, but it's not.
Preach.
All right, Dom. Truth or dare?
I'm going to go with truth.
When was the last time you were truly in love? Like, yo, like, I don't know what I would do if you weren't in my life. That type of love. Crying in the rain type of love.
No, funny you say that.
Am I hitting a nerve? I don't know. Producers.
Ta-dum.
Okay, never mind. When was the last time you were in love? Like, truly in love?
I think I think it depends on, like, what you define as love. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to go that route. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Follow me along this journey real quick.
Okay.
I think the first time I truly knew what, like, love is, of, like, companionship, was in my long-term relationship with 3 years. That's, like, I thought I was going to marry that person. I thought, like, I was ready to just settle down with that person. And that's the first time I felt like what love could possibly be. And I think after that, love kind of felt fleeting. And then I think recently I met somebody who, not necessarily like it didn't start romantic. You know what I mean? It started very platonic in a sense. But there was this loyalty and like love there that was like, this person is going to be in my life forever. It doesn't matter what happens. I trust this person more than anybody ever, like just instantaneously. And every time you look at this person, it's like, I would do anything. I don't want to ever see you hurt. And it's like, it wasn't romantic, but it's just like love. To me, that was like just the true form of love. Of like, it doesn't matter what happens, what we are. It doesn't matter about sex, romantically, intimacy, physical or not. I love you so much that I would do anything to protect you and make sure that you're okay. And I think, yeah, so I'd say like pretty recently was the last time I was in love. So
like currently or like
I was
months
like,
ago?
Yeah, like this person's still in my life. So it looked like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like currently. But I would say like, yeah, it was like, they've been in my life for a while now.
Got it.
Does that make sense in terms of like falling in love? Like I know it was supposed to be meant romantically, but it's like, this is the type of love I've never felt for anyone else, even with people I've been romantic with.
I think I'm connecting the dots. Is this with somebody that you haven't officially been in a relationship with?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, we haven't been in a relationship, but...
Wow. That's honestly the best kind of love. It really is. In some weird way, it's like, I love you so much. Like,
yeah,
we haven't even, like, crossed that line of intimacy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I feel like that's a good kind of love.
And it's like a scared love as well, you know?
What do you mean scared?
Of like, you don't want to ruin that because there's so much love there.
Like I said, the best kind of love.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I've been there. That's a good feeling. I'm there.
Yeah. That was a really deep way to end the whole...
As we should.
Yeah.
As we should. In that order.
All right, guys. I think we could wrap it up there.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ruba.
Thank you.
For being here, for stopping by. It was so nice catching up.
This was great. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad we were able to laugh, have like a heartfelt moment.
Yeah. Do you have any projects, anything you want to plug, any socials you want to tell everybody watching right now?
Yes, I am now the official host for Live Nation. I'm really excited.
What?
Yeah. I'm really excited to be hosting
Round
with them.
of applause. Hit it, Johnny.
Hit it, baby. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. You guys can all follow me on all of my socials, which is at Ruba's World. It's a good time. I live my life. I want you guys to free yourselves and just do what you want. As long as you're not hurting anybody else or yourself, just do you.
First of all, I'm so proud of you getting that gig.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Baby. Thank you.
And in honor of that, can I give you an daddy?
Yes, give it to me. Give it to me.
I'll give you my best daddy.
Go.
Let me fucking... Let me... Daddy.
Yes! I live! That was good. That was a vibe.
I got you. Only for you.
As you should.
Yeah.
I'm about that life, and clearly you're about the daddy life.
Yeah. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And take that daddy with you into your new endeavors.
Trust and believe. It's already done. Done.
What's up, kid?
Well, Mr. Beanie, I'm dating this girl, and I thought we were together, but she says like we're in some sort of situationship.
What's that?
I don't even know.
Oh, I know what that is. You know what they say about situationships.
No, what do they say?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
What do you mean?
Obviously, it wasn't built in a day. It was a huge city. All they had was manual labor, and they didn't even have the technology that we have today. And it was so hot. And people weren't even being paid minimum wage. Can you imagine? And I know that the aliens came and...
That's it for our show, everyone. I hope you loved it. Make sure to come back next week for episode 3. So sorry to Taylor Swift again. I can't believe we ran out of time. This is absolutely insane. But maybe she'll be back next week. Don't forget to follow, rate, and review Dom Meets World wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe to Past Your Bedtime on YouTube for the full video episodes. And guess what? We'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Hit it, Johnny.
Hey.